Hi Year 3, it's Miss Hutt here, and I'm here today to show you what your maths is going to look like. Now, over the last few days we've been looking at maths and capacity, and you've been looking at scales. Now today we've got a slight twist on scales because by the looks of it we're going to have to create a bar chart. Now I know in Year 2 we've looked at bar charts a little bit, and I'm sure in Year 3 you have as well, but here we've got a table and we've got the frequency of some ingredients. Now, thinking about these types of ingredients, I had to look onto the next slide and it told me we were looking at pancakes and actually the favourite toppings that people have on their pancakes. So the lemon, the frequency, the amount of votes is 7, treacle is 12, sugar is 9, chocolate spread is 16, banana is 5, and then other is 2. Now, your task today is to transfer the data, so the information in this table, so not this kind of table, it's a table where you lay out the information, onto a bar chart. And then you have to write questions about the data. Now, I'm going to show you actually how we will create a bar chart, just to remind you on what it might look like. We've got a couple of tips over here. It says, include a title and label your axes and use a ruler. So I'm just going to pop this up slightly. And I've got some squared paper. I'm using square paper because it'll be a bit easier for me to help lay out my bar chart, but if you don't have square paper at home, don't worry, we can just make sure that you just use a ruler. So I'm going to use my ruler now. I'm going to create my axes. Now my axes are the two sides to help us create and help us to lay out the information. So at the bottom, I'm actually going to create a bit along the bottom, and the information is going to be the favourite toppings. So along the bottom, how many bits have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 along the bottom. So I need to create, I'm actually going to use 3 squares per bar because it's just going to help me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then that will help me to just put my information in. Okay, so we've got, I'm just going to do a little code. So I'm going to do a L for lemon, a T for treacle, a S for sugar, a C for chocolate spread, a B for banana, and an O for other. But you can actually write down the information in there. Now up the side, we now need to create another axis. So the other bit of information are the number of votes. So we've actually got a numerical value here. Now when we go to create this axis, we call it the y-axis going along the top, going up, we need to actually look at the highest frequency. Now which one is has the most votes? We've got 16 here. So that's going to tell me I need to make my y-axis at least 16 going up. So I'm going to do mine going up in ones because this is going to help me when I come to create the bar. So I'm going to go, I'm just drawing little lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see I'm actually doing little markers along the way just to help me? I'm up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I've got mine going up in ones. I'm just going to go up to 16 because 16 is the biggest number of votes we're dealing with today. Now I've actually done my markings, but I need to actually put the numbers to go with it. So I'm just going to label the axes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now I've created my y-axis. I'm just going to put y here and x-axis, which is here. When we do the x-axis, we need to make sure it's 2 backwards C's because we don't want to get confused with the times table sign. I now need to make sure that I've done this other bit on here which says to include a title and label your axes. So the axes are these bits to help us organise the information. So what is this bit along the bottom telling us? Now what does it say on this bit of information here? It says favourite topping. So I will need to write down here what this bit of information is, and it is our favourite toppings. And then up the side what was this bit of information? Now, if we look back at the table, it's the number of votes. So I need to now label. I'm actually going to turn it on the side so I can write it this way. Number of votes. I also need to think of a title. So what is this information that we're showing today? Well, it's the favourite toppings on pancakes. So I'm going to write the title here. Favourite toppings on pancakes. You might want to write yours as a question. You might want to say, what was the most popular topping on a pancake? But I'm just going to do a statement here. Now I'm just going to model the first couple of bars just to draw it in, because there's a special trick that you need to remember to do. So I'm going to look at lemon first. So on lemon, number of votes is 7. So I need to look on my axes. I need to go all the way up to 7. Here's 7. Now I need to make sure that I only do my bar in that section. We don't want to go the whole way across because these are other bits of information. So just the lemon. Now I've made my lemon bar 3 squares out. So I need to look where 7 is. I'm just going to do a dot to help me. Down and across. And there's lemon. 7, and there's the bar just for that section, because then we go on to treacle. It's a different bit of information. Treacle has got 12 votes, so I need to now, what do I need to do here, do you think, for treacle? Well, I need to find the number 12 on the axes. So here's 12. So this is where you need to be really careful, because we've already got our bar going up to here on lemon, but I now have a new bit of information from treacle. So I need to, I'm going to go to the end of treacle, go up to 12. So I'm just going to keep an eye there. That's where 12 is. And I'm going to just do the bar along the top. Now remember, I've made it 3 across, but I'm not going to have it continued all the way to 12, because remember, this section is for the lemon. This section is for the treacle, so I now need to finish my bar off by just drawing the line down to here, there, because this section is for treacle, this section is for lemon. Don't continue the line across. Okay, now you can carry on your own graph, your bar chart for this, and then have a go at creating some questions. You might want to say, what was the most favourite, or what was the least favourite, or what had a number of votes of 5. So those are some examples of questions you could do. But if you would like to show any of your work you have done in your maths today, do send it over. But other than that, have a lovely day.